Hi guys, and happy Sunday. Today is Sunday, February 20th, and I'm going to go on the next day of my tour of the January to June mini catalog. Sorry, I was looking at my clock over there real quick. So we're going to go ahead and switch the camera around, and we're going to show you the next set and an added bonus of a new product from the mini catalog. So here we go. Let me put it up in my stand. Hopefully without making sure we're still on. Yes, we're still on. Okay, so here we are. We're on day, I think it's day 13, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yep, day 14. Day 14 of the catalog. And so this is on page 65. It's celebrating you. You know me, I love word sets. But we're also going to do an added bonus because on the same page it says butterflies and flowers layering decorative masks, which is also fun. So we're going to do a couple, maybe just one simple card, maybe a couple if we get in there. I've already been playing around with this and have done this. Both of these are using a folder from the mini catalog as a background and using those layers with our blending brushes. And then here are the words, of course, from that set that we're featuring. So let's go ahead and let me go ahead and grab, this is 4 by 11. So I haven't cut down my 12 by 12 whites yet. I leave them big on purpose in case I'm going to use them for scrapbooking. So this is 4 by 11. This is a part that I've been using, so I think I'm going to use that side of it. And let me show you these masks. And hopefully I have all of them here because I've been playing around with them. So here we have the butterfly, the flowers, more flowers, and just so you know, this fits in to some of these flowers to do as an extra, so as a layering. That's why they're calling it layering. So you can put that underneath there like that. So, and then we have 3 full backgrounds. Here, let me move these out of the way so you can see these two. So there's that, and this one, another flower one. Okay, so today, since I've already done it, used this and this on those other 2 examples, I am going to go ahead and use the butterfly today. Now, on this, you will need Post-it notes, and I always use my temporary tape also, just because I think on the back side of this, it helps hold it just a little bit more. So let's go ahead and we're going to do it this way. So I am going to go ahead and put this down here. Since the edges are off here, I don't have to worry about masking on the sides. But I'm going to mask there and there. And then I push that little piece of temporary on there just to keep it. Alright, I've been using most of these colors. Mango Melody, Granny Apple Green, Highland Heather, and Polished Pink. Now, I'm not a polished pink person, but I do like the way that it blends with the brush. So let's go ahead. We're going to do that for the layer. I also hang on to it just in case my cardstock would move. Let's go ahead and just do a really light layer of this polished pink. Oops. Oh, I put the sticky on the wrong side. That's not very smart. All right, so just a very light layer of this polished pink. All right, then I'm going to come in with some of this Mango Melody. Oops, I just put my thumb in it. My thumb will be as tie-dyed as my shirt is pretty soon. And also know that when you tap off on here, you might be picking up some of that color from that Post-it note if you don't like alternate them. All right, so that's looking pretty good. Now I'm going to do one more before I put the layering mask over. I'm going to go ahead and take my green one, and I'm going to do this near the middle where the antenna and the body are. And this one I don't really stamp off because it's a very light. In fact, sometimes I can't get enough of that green look. Usually you go in circles. I'm going kind of straight up and down just to give that body a little more of that green look. All right. Let's go ahead and put that over here. All right, so let's go ahead and lift this up. It's looking really good. So now I'm going to do my Highland Heather as this overlay. Okay, so let's try to get that in there. I want to make sure it's pretty straight and I have my line up pretty good. It's really nice. I hope my head's not in the shot to be able to see through this to see if I'm lined up. So I'm going to put this corner under here so this will hold that mask in place. I'm going to mask off these top portions. And then I'm going to mask off this bottom. I'm going to be trimming down the cardstock anyway, but it's just nice to do that. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm still going to try to hang on to this. Not taking a lot off. I'm only doing one tap because it's such a light color. And you are going to see your mask does move a little bit. That's not a big deal. See, this one I'm not even going to tap off at all because I feel like that's really not coming through when I tap it off. You know what, and maybe I will go grab Gorgeous Scrape to do those outside dots because I really do want those to be kind of pronounced. So let me go grab Gorgeous Scrape. As you can see, I'm just trying to get it on the edge here and just swipe it down that corner. If it gets on that outside layer of that butterfly, it's not that big of a deal. It's going to give it some good definition. Feels like my Gorgeous Scrape is hardly there. Let me do a little bit of a circle there. All right, I'm sure it's going to be pretty no matter how it looks. All right, so let's go ahead and take these off, take this off, and we'll see how it turned out. Oh, I like it. It looks very pretty. Now, if you want, take off some of that color. If you want to, give a little bit so the white's not so stark, but you want to make sure that a lot of your color is off before you do that. Just to try to make that white not so bright. And this last one, the pink, you really want to make sure because it's the strong color. All right, so let's go ahead. Let me bring over my cutter. We know this is 4 inches this way, so we're just going to see with the butterfly where it goes to, and it looks like it's going to be, so 3.5 would be right there. I'm going to go 1/8 more, so then when I do my black layer, I'm going to go to 2 3/4. All right, so let's just leave that like that. And maybe I'm going to trim just a hair off the top. There. All right, so now I'm going to take my black. So we know that this was 4 across, so I'm going to go 4 1/8. And then this is going to be 2 3/4. That's what I said from earlier. So let's make sure that looks like it's good. Put that back over here on my other surface. All right, that's looking good. So let me get my Stampin' Seal. Make sure that I have a little bit of a black edge on all of that. A little thicker down there, but I'm not too worried about it. All right, so now let's figure out which color cardstock I want to use. I'm thinking I want to really pull out that green from the middle. So I'm going to grab some Granny Apple green from over here. I'm going to cut it over here. You guys know how to cut paper. You don't need to see me cut paper. I'm cutting it at... Oh, did you hear that? I cut it twice. All right, so I cut it and scored it at 4 1/4 to give me the normal card base. So here's my edge. I am going to go ahead and use, I think I want to use the gingham again as my folder. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in right up to that line. Now, the reason why I haven't creased this yet is because when you run it through the Stamp and Cut Emboss machine, sometimes it stretches your card out a little bit. So we're going to just leave it like this. Of course, remember, you got to read about your folders. Since this is a regular folder, we're using the 2 3 plates. So just 1, no 2, and then 2 of the 3s. If it was a 3D, you would use 1 and just the 4, the extra pad. And when I run my embossing through, I like putting my least cut on side on the bottom and put this on the top. Pull it through. Okay. Set this over here. All right, so there that is. Now I'm going to fold it, and I'm going to make sure that here I'm at my edge. And I don't know where I put my my bone folder. It's here somewhere. I have like 4 of them, but they're mostly in my card kits, my card class kits. So they have like a bone folder, a piercing mat, all that good stuff in it. So I'm thinking it might be in there. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. You see that takes up most of that. So that I'm going to pop up. I have to get out new dimensionals because I used the last one up. So let's go ahead, put in the corner, one in the middle, take all those tabs off. Yes, I usually use my Take Your Pick tool, but I wanted this to be a short video, so let me go ahead and put that there. Oh, sorry if I got my head in the shot. Yeah, I do think I want to leave it up that much higher. Then I'm going to take, you can even use the same cardstock if you want. And let's bring out, now that we've used the mask on the page, let's bring out this, which is the Salbringi, which is a set of 16 wonderful sayings. And since I always say the word wonderful, I think I'm going to use that today. So it says, you are every bit wonderful. And I think that you want a little bit of a bigger saying, especially since you have such a lot of space there. But it's a good place to put ribbons if you want to put any of the accessories. Let me stamp it on there. Wonderful. A little bit crooked, but you know what happens when it's crooked? You just take out your cutter. Let me bring it back. And I like lining it up with the bottom edge of the where this is, because that's going to leave like a very thin, a 1/4. Not even a 1/4. Not even a 1/4. Sorry. And then you're going to go ahead and bring this so it's on a straight line like this. And then to make that straight, you want to line up to an edge. And now line it up to the edge again. And see how that's lining right up to that line there? That means it's going to be, even though it was stamped crooked, it's going to look straight now. I want to bring it just a smidge over. So now it looks like it's just as straight as it's supposed to be. These little pieces can get thrown away. And then I'm going to go ahead, mat that on black. Go ahead and do this. Put it where you want to on those two edges. That way you only have to trim the one. And again, I like lining, see how here's the channel. I like lining it up to that little line there. Sorry, there. I have lots of paper fuzzes. You're trying to cut it really close, but it makes a nice edge. So it's just where you see that like little indentation line in there, right before the channel. And look how great that looks. All right, let me pop it up again. If you wanted to do ribbon, you could. If you wanted to do embellishments, you could. But there you are. A quick and easy card using not one, but two products from the mini catalog. On day 14, both on page 65, the Celebrating You, a standalone word set, and those butterflies and flowers layering decorative masks. All right, thanks guys for joining, and have a great day.